In today's video, I'm going to be solving one of the biggest problems within OFM that every manager or agency has to deal with or has dealt with before. And I'm going to be showing you the actual solution so that you never have to deal with it again. So let's get straight into it. So what is the biggest problem that most agencies deal with? They either say, my models don't create enough content, my models are lazy, my model doesn't know how to film good enough content. And in most cases, this is not true. And in most cases, it's a fact that you lack good systems and lack good systems to get content consistently and at a high level. But let's just forget that for now and pretend that all of that is obviously true. Because in some cases, yes, it is true. In some cases, some clients that you work with might only film once a month, might be inconsistent with producing content, or also might not know how to film good content. Or also you as an agency might not have that capability to film good content. So, what is the solution that most people in OFM resort to? AI models. So everyone wants to tell you that AI models are the future and the way to go and where you need to make the most money. You don't have to split earnings and you can do everything yourself. But in reality, if you're watching this video and you've ran AI models before, you've tested with AI models before, in reality, the grass isn't always greener. And on paper, obviously, it makes sense, and on paper, it makes sense, and you make a shit ton of money, and it's 100% to you. But in reality, in most cases, with AI creators, with full AI creators, these things aren't true, and you're stuck making even less money, or stuck at 1 to 10K a month with an AI model, and not able to scale. So, what no one tells you when it comes to AI creators is that, number one, it doesn't convert the same running to a platform like FanView or Fansly or all the other platforms that allow AI creators. It doesn't convert the same as OnlyFans. So OnlyFans has, I don't know the multiplier, but a way higher user base. As a byproduct, if a guy already has an account on OnlyFans, the chances he uses OnlyFans to sub to another model that he wants to sub to is a lot higher than creating a whole new account for FanView or any of these other platforms and then paying $3 or $4, adding his card, etc. All the problems that go into converting the attention, doing it to a whole other platform is a whole different ball game compared to just running it to OnlyFans. He has an account, his card is saved, and he's ready to pay. So it converts way higher on OnlyFans. The second thing with full AI models is that you're capped at anywhere from $5,000 to $30,000 a month. $30,000 a month would be the absolute best if you're the best at traffic and able to run that full AI to an AI creator. In most people's cases, most people that resort to AI models is because you lack the system to sign good earning creators on OnlyFans and scaling them. And then also, you're not the best at traffic. So if you're not the best at traffic, going to $30,000 a month with a full AI model is very fucking unlikely, and you need to first understand traffic. The third thing is you're going to get banned on social media. So one of the biggest downsides to AI accounts, like face swapped accounts on social media, again, what people don't want to tell you. This whole video, I'm basically making you aware of all the lies of all the gurus and all the people that are telling you about AI, is that you will get banned on social media for face swapping, for anything when you're using other models' content. The chances you're going to get banned are extremely high, 95%. That means if you want to get unbanned, you've got to pay for an unban, depending on the level of ban. It could be 500, it could be 3K, it could be 2K, it could be 1K. So you're going to get banned on social media, but forget about the unbans. Getting banned will limit your growth. So you might blow up on social media. The minute you get banned, shadow banned or banned, you're going to have a massive dip. If you have a massive dip, the chances are your earnings, your momentum is going to go like that. So it's not sustainable. And the fourth thing is that it's way harder to grow and scale versus normal creators. Again, if it was as easy to scale AI creators as it was normal creators, then in theory, everyone who runs AI doesn't have the bottleneck of signing creators that are specific archetypes, looks, niches, etc. So they could create them all themselves, run them all themselves, scale to 5, 10, 15, 20 models, and make multiple hundreds of thousands or millions per month, if in reality it was that easy. if it was that easy. In reality, it's a lot harder to scale and grow when you're getting banned on social media, when your traffic doesn't convert the same, and when you're capped at these kind of earnings. You would need 10, 20 creators to make substantial money. So if you think about it as well, everyone who is telling you to do AI creators, they are still managing real models. They are still managing real models, funneling to OnlyFans. And although they tell you to use AI creators and use other platforms, they are still managing real models. Because if they were as good as everyone made it out to be, then everyone would drop their real creators and run full AI agencies. In the real world, if it was that good, everyone would drop the normal OnlyFans agency in a heartbeat and run a full AI OnlyFans agency. Why don't they do that? Because the grass isn't that green on the other side. It isn't as easy as everyone makes it out to be. So, what is the solution? So you're watching this video because you want to know the actual solution behind this big problem. Well, what is the solution? It's using AI on real models. When you use AI on your real models, you solve the bottleneck of content, content in volume, of good content, of all of these things that will be solved by just using AI on real models. Conversion, scalability. For example, your model, let's say she films 30 reels a week or 20 reels a week. You have 20 to 30 reels a week to post. If you add AI onto that, instead of 20, 30 reels a week, you have unlimited, 300, 1,000. What does that mean? You can now scale to 20, 30, 40 IG reel accounts. And then also, you don't have that bottleneck of content. The content can be better, it can be more improved, it can perform better, meaning you can scale. What does that? So that solves issue one. What does that also show? You getting banned on social media. If you're using AI on your actual model, the chances you get banned are much lower. The chances you get account back are much higher because you're just using on your normal model. And the guys that I know that have used AI on their normal creators have scaled to over millions of followers on one account on Instagram because they're using it on their real normal model. Your conversion is solved because you're following to OnlyFans, you're a normal model. A normal model on OnlyFans is completely fine. And then also, you're not capped out at 30K a month. Because you're using this on a normal model, depending on the normal model, you're able to scale to way past 6 figures per month in earnings on just her account if you understand traffic, if you have the right creator, and if you have the right content. Cool. So how do you actually do that? So the platform that I personally use is Kling AI, and in this video I'm going to be going through all the prompts, the pictures, etc. to use. So we'll get straight into that. If we go to the right, again, just to prepare for this video, I've done it on one example. So if we go here, if we look at this example, this is from Instagram. On Instagram, I just took a simple picture of Sophie Rain. I'm sure everyone knows who she is. Simple picture and a 5-second video. If we go back, simple as that. And to me, that looks extremely real. You would not be able to tell that that is AI. So let's go through the process of that. So if we go on Instagram, number one, the main thing to this is that you need to understand how to take good pictures. If you're able to take good pictures, this makes it 20 times easier because good pictures, you'll be able to change your good pictures into good videos. So on Instagram, we'll search a model. Again, for this example, we'll go through Sophie Rain, we'll go through a few others in this video. Simply, all we need to do is get a picture. So if we get this, for example, as our picture, screenshot that picture. It doesn't matter if these arrows are here. X out of that. Let me just do that again. Perfect. So we've got our picture. So on Instagram, again, this would be your creator, but in this example, we're going to go through here. We've got our picture. Again, we can try it on a few of the others after. Then we'd go to Kling. and then we give it a prompt. So before the prompt, we'll go through the actual settings. So the settings I use is professional. I always do 5 seconds. I just do one output. And then creativity to relevant. This one's actually extremely important. So typically it's on 50%. I like to do 70%. So if you see here, 70% is relatively high value, may cause visual errors between the image and text. I just do 70%. Now the prompt. So when you look at this picture, what do we want the picture to do? So we want to obviously show bum, move side to side. We want her to still look cute. We want a bit of movement in this picture. Now, if we go to here, make her gently sway her hips side to side, tick, while smiling confidently, tick. Her hair flows smoothly as she brushes it back with one hand. She occasionally winks playfully at the camera. That's the prompt I use for this. We'll use it for this one again, and then on the next example, we'll go from scratch. So then you click generate. Okay, so typical, this says, I was going to say, on this example, it says 7 minutes, but now it's back to 1 minute. So we literally wait for 1 minute. In the meantime, while we wait, because again, I don't want to sit around and do nothing, we want to find another better picture. So let's go to this one, for example. Any other better pictures? Oh, let's go for another creator. Let's go to... Let's see how this is going. So 30 seconds, I'll wait for that to be done. We'll use. Just pictures. Let's check our video. Still not done. Let me find Marie D's main Instagram. Marie D. We'll just go back then and use, we'll use something like that, or just trying to find a good picture. I like that. Should be done. You can actually use one of these pictures, to be fair, which is a bit better. We'll put the next one in queue again, just to not waste any time, because it likes to have another queue behind it. So let's just go here. All right, perfect. It's actually done it. Cool. Let's see how it came out. So it just came out. Let's go through it. Let's rewind this. Cool. So the start is good. First 2 seconds are good. Here, I don't like how it changed the proportions of the boobs. Made the boobs smaller, less curves. Face as well, not the best. The start, that first second was perfect. So Here is where we'd play around with the prompt. So what we would do is, instead of actually going back to that new video, let's go back to the same prompt. Oh shit, it's not there, is it? For fuck's sake. Sophie. So let's go back to that same picture. Which is here. So let's try that again. We'll have the picture, we'll say, have her gently sway her hip. Have her sway her hips side gently. Let's just see, even a simple prompt like that, see how that comes out. In the meantime, again, because something like this is exactly what we want, something that looks as good as that. In the meantime, we can try it on here. I had the picture, another picture. Let's try it on this picture because I feel like this will come out good. So, another thing on this is, something to add on it is actually using ChatGPT with this. So with prompts, you can actually get a video, for example, get a normal video and actually extract what happened in the video and then give it to ChatGPT to actually give the prompts, break down the prompts to actually use. So I'll go on here, if it opens a new one. Yeah, so let's just do a simple one now. So see the picture, play with the hair, put the hands to the side, move hips side to side. Something simple. Actually, this one came out again. Let's see. Cool. If the smile wasn't with teeth, I think would be perfect, but I like how it hasn't changed around. You see, tattoo's been the same, bum's been the same, hair, like the movement's actually fucking insane how it looks that real. But again, the face is where you need to play around with. So I would say here, and smile, so I do this again. So let's just actually do this again. So edit, and smile gently without teeth, and let's just literally do that again. And you basically just have to play around until you get it perfect. That's really just the name of the game. So let's go back to here. I would still say move hips side to side gently, move hands down by waist, and smile gently without teeth. Creativity, move that to 70%, and then let's go again. And in the meantime, if we go to ChatGPT here, we could say upload from computer, desktop, just use this picture. Give me a prompt to use for this picture on Kling.ai. Make it a video 5 seconds long and show off the model's body. Let's see what ChatGPT can spit out. Go back to Kling. Still waiting. Alright, let's see. These two actually just came out. So let's see if it's fixed the face. I don't know what that is there. Yeah, so this is the thing. So sometimes it just completely fucks up. I don't know why, but this is where you have to play around with. We'll go to this picture. This is good. There you go, perfect. The body movement, the boob jiggle, you can see the curves. The face stays looking real. The smile isn't with teeth. Somehow when it does with teeth, you smile too much. But this is exactly what we're looking for. So this kind of video here. And it is really just a game of playing around with it. And the more you play around with it, the more reps you get, the bigger you get. Let's see. Make it way more simple. Make it way more simple. Not talking about camera movements, just on her. But this is exactly what you're looking for. That is a fucking sick video. This is good. So let's try this now for the last one for the video. Cool. See how long this takes, hopefully 1 minute. And this is the main thing, like, especially with anything when it comes to AI, softwares or anything, is you just have to test. The only reason I've been able to test this been able to get some success with this, because I've just tested it enough. And you have to test, you have to put the reps in, you have to do trial and error more than anyone else. And that's when you start to see the benefits of this. And when you look at content like this, for example, on your model, this on social media, maybe with a text on the screen, maybe with a trending sound, and even just adding things to these videos edited specific ways, that is going to go viral. And if you have the right models that you can run this for, you don't need to rely on them for content, you don't need to rely on them for new content, you can consistently post this content and perform. We go to here. Right, so the AI has messed up a bit. The movement's good, the body shape's good, it's just the eyes here bugged out for a second, but the pull movement and the body movement's good. But again, this is what we're aiming for. This looks 100% real. But go back to Miro. Again, so that is the solution. If you want your models, if you want unlimited content and unlimited good content, you need to use platforms like this, like Kling, to get these kind of results, and you need to play around with it. Again, you've seen how simple some of the prompts that I use are, and that's what you're able to do. I run this on my creators, and we're able to generate more Instagram accounts, post more reels, and run more traffic to their main OnlyFans account. So I hope you boys enjoyed this video. I hope you boys enjoyed AI, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.